What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you guys one cool tool you guys could buy to get the perfect colors and white balance for all of your videos during your video production shoots. So if you're a videographer and you're out shooting an interview or even your own YouTube video, sometimes you notice when you set your white balance to auto, the colors are a little bit blue or a little bit green, and it's just not the right hue or color temperature that you want. So right now I have it set to auto white balance, and as you can tell straight out of the camera, the colors are a little bit blue and it just doesn't look right. The Kelvin is pretty much lower than what it should be because it can't really gauge the artificial lights coming in and the environment light. Now, as you can tell, it pretty much looks perfect because I set that custom white balance and the Kelvin is set to 5300, whereas before it was way lower. So one cool tool you guys can buy is a grade card. So pretty much what a grade card does on a basic level is it pretty much makes your whites white, and all the other colors in the frame are more natural looking than when you set it to auto white balance. So as a Sony user, you can pretty much set your custom white balance for the environment you're in. So a perfect scenario where you would be using one of these would be this YouTube video setup right here, where I'm staying in one location and I have a bunch of different artificial lights. I'm using an aperture 120D, aperture 672. I have light from this lamp right here and then light coming off from my desktop. So when you have so many different variations of light sources, it's going to be hard to get that perfect auto white balance straight in your camera. So by setting a custom white balance using a grade card, then you pretty much have the perfect white balance for the environment you're in. Another situation where I would use this would be when I'm out shooting an interview. If I know I'm staying in one location where my client is set up right here talking to the camera and we're gonna be in that location for like 30 to 60 minutes, I know I'm not moving around, so it's a perfect time to set that custom white balance to make sure I have a perfect color. When I go into post-production, I could easily apply a LUT right over that and the colors all look perfect. But there are scenarios where it would not be ideal. So number one, a reason why you wouldn't use a grade card is when you're run and gunning. When you're moving around to different light environments, you're gonna have to set a different custom white balances for each of those spots. So if you're moving from this location right here, shooting a YouTube video, and then I move into my living room and decide to shoot that same video, then I'm gonna have to set a second custom white balance to match all the colors in that environment. Number two, going off of run and gunning when you don't have the time. If you're shooting quick and you don't have the time to whip out your grade card, set that custom white balance, move to a different spot, set another custom white balance, then it's probably not the perfect scenario. Number two, if you're not on top of your A game and your head is all over the place when you're running around shooting, then it's probably not good to set custom white balances. Because if you do forget that you had a custom white balance and you moved to a second location and you didn't change that white balance, then all of your colors are off for the remainder of the shoot, and now all of your colors and all of your footage is thrown off, and it's going to take a while to put back together in post-production. Even though it might be possible, it's probably best that you stay away from the grade card. So if I'm on set with a second shooter, another scenario where I would be using this would be if I'm setting my custom white balance on my camera, I can hand over that grade card right to my second shooter. He could set that custom white balance into his Sony camera. I usually hire on Sony shooters, so now we would have the perfect white balances on two different cameras without having to worry about the colors matching in post-production. So for one of my clients, I do basketball photography and videography. We're usually in an indoor stadium where the lighting is totally off if I were to do auto white balance, and by using this grade card, I could just hold it right in front of me, set that custom white balance, and not have to worry for the remainder of the day when I'm shooting for like 4 to 5 hours and all the colors are perfect for all of my footage. But grade cards are also perfect for photography as well. Like when I'm doing a corporate headshot and I have a white backdrop, I'll make sure my client is holding that grade card for that first shot. I'll set that custom white balance. So now the white backdrop is pretty much all white, and my client skin tone and outfit is pretty much true to color. I'm going to show you guys how to set your custom white balance on a Sony camera. You're going to make sure your setting is set to M or manual. Now, looking on the back of your screen, you're going to click this FN button or function button. Go to white balance, and instead of auto white balance, we're going to click up once and you're going to be on the word set. Now when I'm shooting by myself, I pretty much hold this grade card right in front of the camera as close as I can to where I'm going to be sitting for my YouTube video. Click set. Align that circle with the center of the target. And that's pretty much it. It pretty much has a Kelvin set to 5300 and M2. And then you're going to click select. And now when you go to your function button, go back to white balance. It's going to be automatically set to custom 1. So now if you go to menu, I like to set my memory to 1. Now when I switch the knob to custom 1 setting, it's going to be automatically set to my custom 1 white balance. And now everything looks perfect. So now showing you guys how to do it on a Canon camera, I have my Canon 60 Mark II set up right here. So it's going to be a little bit different. You're going to hold out the grade card in front of your camera, focus it right on the target, take a picture. Now you're going to go into your menu settings, go to your camera, number 2, and then go to custom white balance, click set. And then the compatible image is going to pop up with the grade card, and you'll click set or this button right here. OK. And OK again. Now going back to the screen, go to Q, go to your white balance, and then go all the way over to this custom white balance sign, and then you could set that. Now you have a custom white balance in your Canon camera. So I just showed you guys 2 simple ways to set a custom white balance, one on a Sony camera and the second one right on a Canon camera. So feel free to let me know below what you guys thought about this tip, if you guys use it or if it's something you guys want to try out. I'm going to put a link in the description right below on where you guys get one of these right off of Amazon. $7. This is all you need. Folds right up. It could fit right in your pocket when you're moving around or right in your camera bag. But quickly, just want to let you guys know I just dropped 20 new Instagram highlight icon covers to use for your Instagram account to step up your personal branding. So you can go right to my website I just launched, www.gordonlee.com. Go up to the store button, go down to free, click this icon product, scroll down below, and you'll be able to find an add icon. So once you add it to the cart, it's going to be $0 free. You just have to enter in your information and the downloadable zip folder will be sent right to your email. Let me know below also what kind of topics you guys want me to touch upon, because there's so many, and whatever you guys want to hear, I'll make note of that and probably create one of those videos. Stay tuned for the next one, guys.